it's just week to week because you have different matchups every week, different issues schematically. Sometimes we've responded well, sometimes we haven't. And again, fundamentally, I think we've really, as a defensive staff, as position coaches, stress tackling better, and we're emphasizing it more. Now, again, talent level that you're playing against makes a difference, but fundamentally, just getting ourselves in better position to be better tacklers, that's improved. But again, it's a week-to-week deal. You're only as good as what happens that next game. But we just keep stressing tackling and turnovers, really.
As you look beyond this bye week, you've got a pretty good stretch of games that are going to determine your season. Do you think the pass rush is starting to get to the point where you need it against Conference USA offenses?
Yeah, I'm not very good at generalizing things because I'm so much, you got to stay in the moment. You got to stay where you're at, and it's just about middle right now. Definitely, some schemes we have, we're geared to stop the run, and the rush isn't designed to be there as quickly. And sometimes we free them up. You got to get there. You got to win one-on-one battles. Most definitely, though, if it gets to a game where we're doing what we're supposed to do in the run game and make them one-dimensional, that's what you want. Then you adjust some things to try to get better pressure. And I've probably done a little, better job sometimes than others at that so far this year.
With the pass rush in mind, what have you seen from Tim Bonner over the first month?
Again, it's week to week, and if Tim lays an egg the next game, we'll all say, what's wrong with Tim? But right now, Tim's really playing well. He's playing with another gear that I didn't see in the spring, and he's fought through some pain. So hope he keeps it up. Hopefully he's not drinking the poison, right? Listening to the garbage out there and realizes it's just all about his next game. But he is playing with great intensity, pad level, strain. Yeah, doing a good job right now.
A lot of coaches seem to like their base defense, and this is what we do, and as an offense, you're gonna have to force us to make adjustments. You seem like a guy who kind of likes to tinker and adjust his defense sometimes dramatically from week to week based on your opponent. Is that just in your nature? Are you a guy that likes to play around with things and see? Because it's working right now.
Hopefully for the offense it looks like that, but for us it's not that big a deal. Obviously everybody knows we play some 3 down and some 4 down, and schematically sometimes the 4 down might be a little different, might work more effective than the 3 down. The good thing about it is an offense has to prepare for 2 different defenses. I'm not talking about all the adjustments, but the base defenses. The bad part of on our end is you install 2 different defenses, so your preparation reps are limited when you have 2 packages. So it's my job to balance it out as to what would be effective. And they draw up schemes. So really, we see different things. Historically, I've seen different things the first 2 drives than I've seen on film. So now it's the job. It's what you do next. That's defense. They had the pin in their hand last. They win. So how quick can you get adjusted to what all of a sudden they're not doing what you've studied out of a 5-game breakdown? All right, what's your answer? That's the world we live in today in modern college football. They're not going to sit there and bang their head against the wall. I don't know if I remember your original question, but hopefully I answered it.
Well, the follow-up is that if, aside from not playing top 25 teams in these last 3 games when we've improved, is part of it because they've gotten a better understanding of your base and that you're able to make those adjustments?
I think so, yeah. You think about it, really we only had those 15 practices, and really count a couple of scrimmages, you really only had about 10, 11 install days in the spring. That's it. And then you have to start getting ready for that opener. So I think you evolve, then you kind of learn what your guys do better at different positions. You might have you know, a weaker piece in a certain position, you got to protect a little bit. That's part of it too. But I'm just proud of them the way they bought in, and they don't question. They say, yes, sir, what do we got to do? Let's do it. Let's figure out a way to win a game. It's just how are you going to win this next game? And that's all we need to worry about. And I think they are right now.
You mentioned how offenses, you know, they have the pen in their hand last. Is takeaways the great equalizer in the college game these days?
Always, you know, takeaways. You know, you could have a long list of goals that you can reach, and you can adjust those goals. You can get your tail whipped and be 100% of your goals. That's where you set your standard at. But the goals of, to me, over the years, points per possession, turnovers, red zone defense, third down defense. That's it. That's the biggest, to me, the biggest factor of winning games. And we want to, you know, we obviously want to do other things well, and we keep up with that. But so the turnover part of it is, especially if you get in a game with a lot of reps. You know, people ask, you know, why we led the nation so much all those years at Oklahoma State. Well, heck, you know, we got 100-something snaps, and the ball's in the air a lot. You know, you should have a chance at more strips and takeaways. So if we keep doing that, it's all about creating a short field for your offense. That does it, and the 3-and-outs do it. So again, 3-and-outs are huge. Last game we had 10. That's never mentioned. That was huge, because that's all about flipping the field. So just as much as turnovers, it's that part of the game of not letting them flip the field, getting our offense the ball in the middle of the field. So big goal of ours.
Coach, obviously the linebackers have kind of improved as the season gone on. Obviously Kiki and Rashad have kind of, I guess you could say, have become leaders on the defense. What have made them kind of so important to kind of making sure that this defense runs the unit?
Well, they earn respect by how they approach the game and their physicality and their toughness, the mental toughness, their authentic toughness, like I talk about. Their commitment in the locker room, out of the locker room. Now, granted, they've made mistakes too, but we got a core group of about 5 or 6 guys that are kind of, I would call the heartbeat of us, and they're definitely 2 of the guys that are part of that. It's just good for the future, and they had guys to learn from themselves.
What did it before?
Yeah. So we got to keep building that. And they have to know the standard's high about how they act and react to pain and adversity and strain and stress, and you know, out here on the open week, how hard they're going to practice to get better, and the younger eyes are looking at them.
Coach, what have you noticed about the run defense this year? Gave up 190 yards a game last year. This year, have they seemed to improve a little bit better?
Week by week. I mean, obviously, if you look at yardage, yes, but I look at the breakdowns we had that allowed them to get what they did that are really inexcusable.